We're now going to help us evaluate a fairly large logarithm by using the properties of logs that we talked about in regards to expanding. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to break up the product. So log base 3 of 9 squared times 27 to the 15th power. Now remember, multiplication is the equivalent operation, assuming the base is the same, and to addition. So for the first step, we can break this up as follows. Now we also remember in logarithms that exponents act like multiplication. So I see two exponents here. We have an exponent of a 2 here, and we have an exponent of a 15 here. So we can bring those exponents to the front of the expression and rewrite each one of these as, so 2 log base 3 of 9 plus 15 log base 3 of 27. Okay, so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to evaluate each one of the logs and see if we can simplify this any further. So let's take a look at the first one. Well, off to the side over here, we're just going to write this down. Log base 3 of 9, and I'm just going to write it in badass exponent form. So I have my base, I have my answer, I have my exponent. In exponential form, this is equivalent to saying 3 to the x is equal to 9. So I hope it's clear that x is 2 because 3 squared is 9. That means that log base 3 of 9, excuse me, put that away. No, go away. Go away. That means that log base 3 of 9 is the same thing as saying 2. So we can just fill that in over here because it says log base 3 of 9. And this bit becomes 2 times 2 plus, you see if we could simplify that second bit as well, log base 3 of 27. And again, writing in an exponential form, that's the same thing as saying log base 3 of 27 is equal to x. Writing in logarithmic form, here's my base, here's my answer, here's my exponent. So we can write this as 3 to the x power is equal to 27. And again, in this case, I hope it's clear that x is equivalent to saying 3 because 3 cubed gives you 27, which means that log base 3 of 27 is 3, which means that we can substitute in a 3 over here as well. So that this expression is the same thing as saying 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 15 times 3, which is 45. And that is equivalent to saying 49, which means the whole thing is equivalent to saying 49. So evaluating this, the answer is 49.